Brethren, next up is my good friend from the great state of Ohio, Brother Jim Hall. Let's give him a great welcome.
Next week. Can you hear me? Perfect. Once again, I am Right Worshipful Brother James Hall. Little intro about me. I am a district deputy in the 24th Masonic District of Ohio. I hail from East Palestine, Ohio. Yes, the same East Palestine, Ohio with the train wreck. Yes, I am doing fine and my family is fine. Thank you for the thoughts. I'm a past master of East Palestine Lodge number 417 and a proud Mason for 11 years. I work as the director of programs for the Grand Lodge of Ohio. And I host a Masonic podcast, the Traveling Man Masonic podcast.
Yay.
Thank you. Appreciate that. What I want to do is start at the beginning when I talk about local lodge growth through visibility for me. A story of my beginning. My grandfather was a Mason. I remember his ring and the decals on his beige, puke-looking Mercury Topaz, worst car ever. But I remember that. I can remember it stuck out. He passed away when I was a freshman in high school. I never got to ask him about Freemasonry. My father wasn't a Mason, so the connection died there. Moving down the road, as many of you may roll your eyes, I watched the movie National Treasure. It just sparked something. I could remember Grandpa's ring. I started thinking about Freemasonry. I told my wife, hey, I'm kind of interested in this. And, as all wives say, okay, go. Leave me alone. I didn't know the next step. It's not clear sometimes the next step or where to go for the next step. I knew my lodge downtown, Palestine Lodge number 417. I saw the sign all my life. Windows are always dark. Door seems like it's always locked. There's no phone number. So what do? I spend the next 8 years randomly thinking about Freemasonry as I pass them in different cities or as I go downtown, not knowing that I actually know Freemasons to ask. One day on my day off from moving furniture, work called and asked me if I'd come in on my day off. Begrudgingly, I said yes because I knew it would help my family with a little extra money. The gentleman that was driving, I'd never worked with before. So we went through the pleasantries of who we were, what we liked, trying to get some common ground to talk about for the next 8 hours. He brought up Rube Ginder, a gentleman I've known all my life. I said, how do you know Rube? I've known him 20 years. He's like, I know him from the lodge. And I start laughing. I'm like, I have never seen either one of you at the Moose. He looks at me. He's like, the Masonic Lodge. And it was a eureka moment. He got 8 hours of me questioning him on every thought, every Illuminati, anything that I'd ever thought of. And he was just as eager to reply to those questions. Worshipful Brother Ryan Crescano. By that evening, I'd asked him for a petition, and the next day I had one. The next week, I turned my petition in. And in the meantime, I thought, I'd never thought to look at Facebook to see if our lodge had a Facebook page. So I searched, and I searched, and I searched. And what I found was East Palestine F&AM Lodge of Ohio. I don't know what F&AM means. There's no 417 like there is on our lodge sign. The profile picture has a wood-paneled wall with 3 past district deputies and 1 right eminent Grand Commander from the Grand Commandery, none of which I know about as somebody that has a petition. Makes no sense to me, especially that chapeau. So I go through my degrees, I ask about the lodge Facebook page, and they say, yes, that's it, and we haven't posted in a few years. And I said, yes, I know. I saw it. There are no pictures other than the pictures. Went through my degrees and got asked to become a senior steward. As I'm going to installation that night, my father-in-law, who I'd stopped over at before, said, you know, I've lived in East Palestine 65 years. I don't know what goes on in the Mason Lodge. I don't know what it looks like. I don't know who the members are. So I moved on to the installation and asked if I could take a picture that night because I didn't know. I was afraid. I'd heard a lot of things from our obligations that maybe I didn't want to cross paths with. They said, yeah, absolutely. As long as we're not tiled, take that picture. So I asked if we could take an officer's picture, and we did. And then I took a selfie, which I had less weight and more hair. So, good days. The next thing I asked is if we're allowed to post it, and if they would post that picture to our Facebook page. They said, we'll do you one better, we'll let you do it, because we haven't done it in years. They gave me access, and the next thing I did was change that East Palestine F&AM Lodge of Ohio to East Palestine Masonic Lodge number 417 for visibility. And I changed the profile picture to the lodge sign. So there was no doubt that that was East Palestine's lodge. Any one of you that look at that will know immediately that's East Palestine Lodge in East Palestine, not some other one. I continued taking pictures. I continued posting pictures. 11 years of pictures. We've added Instagram and X, still Twitter to me. We've posted over 6,500 times and have a combined followership of 15,000 people. I'm telling you this, not to prop Palestine. I'm telling you this that even though I work for the Grand Lodge of Ohio, I have no degree that hangs on my wall that says I can do marketing. I dropped out of college. Let's be honest, I was moving furniture before I was joining Freemasonry, so my degree didn't work out. What I did have was a love of the craft and a curiosity and a want to spread that joy of what I'd found. I wanted to let everybody know what we love about this craft through pictures, because it doesn't happen. What I'm telling you out there is you can do that as well. It's easy. Be consistent. Take pictures. People don't want to take them. Make them. I guarantee you people will grumble. Take them. Make them take them. Post them. Be curious. Look at East Palestine Lodge. Look at Forest City Lodge. Look at Augusta Lodge. Look at these lodges' social media and say, wow, you know what? I absolutely love that graphic. Steal it. Take every single thing East Palestine's ever posted and use it for yours. If that helps you, that's what we want to do. Get the word out there about visibility. One quick thing, one lesson here a little bit. Other than the guys in here, who knows you're here right now? You can't say wives. My wife knows she's ready for me to be home. Anybody else? Right. So what we're going to do is a little lesson in visibility. Can I have the lights, please? I'm going to take a selfie real quick, and I'd like all of you to smile. Nobody likes pictures with people that look like they just paid their taxes. And what I'm going to ask you to do right now is to take a picture as well. Whether it's just yourself, the guy beside you, turn and take a selfie of the stage right now. 5 seconds, and then I'm going to start talking. You just have to listen as you're taking that picture. Awesome. And I'm smiling too, so I don't look like I paid taxes. I did, but... Now, the next step, what I'm going to do. Tonight when I get home, after my son's basketball game, I'm going to post this on Facebook. So right now I took one click. I took a click of my phone, one picture, one click. The next post is going to be the second click, which will be posting it to Facebook. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tag the Grand Lodge of Indiana and the Scottish Rite Cathedral and James Buckhorn and Randy Seipel and anybody else I'm friends with in here that are here today. And then the next day, I'm going to post it from our lodge social media. And I'm going to do the same thing and tag my personal account. I'm going to say, what an honor, Right Worshipful Brother Jim Hall was asked to speak at the Grand Lodge of Indiana's Founder Day event. And I'm going to tag the same people. And then the next day, I'm going to post it from the podcast page. And obviously, not all of you are going to have a podcast page. I understand that. And some of you may not even have the rights to your lodge page. That's okay. But what I'm saying is, that's 4 clicks. Picture, Facebook, Palestine, podcast. 5 with your picture. You're going to garner all the couple thousand, I don't know the number, followers I have on Facebook. That's going to tie in with the Grand Lodge of Indiana followers, people that follow the Scottish Rite Cathedral, people that follow Randy, people that follow any of you that are linked. The next day in Palestine, that's going to garner all 15,000 of their followers to an extent, and the name's already said. And then the podcast even more because it's been heard in 133 different countries. So right there, 4 clicks. A moment in an Indiana Freemasonry where you men in here are the only one, and people live streaming this, that knew that this is happening, immediately got spread to thousands and thousands of people. If that 3 clicks, just 3 clicks, can inspire an inquiry to come in, can inspire a petition, can inspire a gentleman who's been waiting 8 years and didn't know how to find Freemasonry because they may follow a follower of somebody else and it may pop up. That's what we want to do. That's what being visible is. That's what local lodge growth through visibility is. Thank you, my brethren. Thank you most much. Thank you very much.
What hashtag should we use?
Thank you.
What hashtag?
Today, hashtag Founders Day, hashtag Grand Lodge of Indiana, hashtag Freemasons, hashtag Light, hashtag Be the Light. Every hashtag you can find for Freemasonry, use it.
Well, Jim, thank you so much. Have a seat.